Can see be quite a large dog poo, and then this side as well. And so I googled what the distinguishing features are, and they said about hair in the poo and bits of bone. Hi, it's Michael. So welcome to this video. This is the second video about big cat sighting that I had in October 2020, and personally I thought I'd done quite well to film it on my iPhone, but it turns out that the video ended up looking like a fox because the quality wasn't very good, and this was very frustrating for me. So if you've not seen the video, I'll put a link here in the cards, but also I'll link to it at the end if you want to watch it after this. After this, I was quite intrigued about what I saw, and I decided that I'd like to get some better photographic evidence, and thought I'd try to get a camera trap. And so I looked around this area, and I've been reading about pumas and mountain lions, and I'd seen there quite a lot of scrapes on the ground and so like in January time I was looking around, and there like the grass had been pulled up by some animals, and so I decided, yeah, maybe this is the mountain lion, so I'll have a look around and try to get a camera trap and put it up. And so I was looking around the field, and I came across what initially I thought was dog poo, and so I'll show you the video from that time. So this is where some of the scrapings are. There are more scrapings in the distance back there, but where I found the scat was in between there and where the trees are. So if I take a look here, you can see be quite a large dog poo, and then this side as well. And so I googled what the distinguishing features are, and they said about hair in the poo and bits of bone. Well, can't really see bits of bone, but it's quite fresh. But what I can see, and in the photographs I've taken, you can see bits of hair sticking out of the poo, short brownish hair. So if I go around to this one, it's all very fresh looking, so obviously the mountain lion's been back. Not sure how good photographs are. Try to hold it still. I can find some hair. Okay, so if you look in that gap, there you can see hair. And also, sort of at the end, I don't really want to dissect a mountain lion's poo, but there's definitely hair in there. Trying to phone not to go into the poo, but very fresh. So what I've read about mountain lion scat is that it is either ropey segmented cord or a cluster of dismantled chunks. It says the end of the cord or one of the loose segments often shows a tail. Scat may be 5 to 9.5 inches long with a diameter of 1 inch or greater. Also says mountain lion scat is commonly full of hair and fragments of bone, reflecting the cat's almost exclusively carnivorous diet. From talking to Exmoor Zoo and others, I've learned that mountain lions first of all eat the organs of an animal, in which case a scat will be darker in colour, and it will only contain the hair from the mountain lion itself, from cleaning itself. After this, the mountain lions will go on and eat the flesh and bone and fur of their prey, in which case there will be more hair and more bone in the scat. Exmoor Zoo kindly sent me these two photos of scat from their pumas, and the photo on the right shows scat taken from when the mountain lions have been eating horse meat the day before, and on the left from when the mountain lions have been fed on rabbits and chickens. And so they said this scat that I showed them, so whichever animal it was from, had a very uniform diet. So they said they only normally get this consistency when they feed horse meat off the bone. So they also said that large dogs, their mess can also contain hair because they also clean themselves. But if there are two mountain lion scats, then it's unlikely to be from the same animal, uh, given the freshness of the scats. And even in captivity, pumas or mountain lions, they always cover their scat in the same way that house cats do. So it's unusual for them to be left out uncovered. So I've just put these two photos side by side so you can have a look and compare. So the one on the right is one that I found, and the one on the left is the mountain lion scat from Exmoor Zoo, where the animal had been fed horse meat off the bone. So they recently cut the field here where I saw the scat back in January, and yeah, so I had not had the camera trap up here because it kept getting set off by the wind blowing. But I have actually gone back to the same site where I found the scat previously, and there are scat here, but it's not so clear. So there are two patches. So this one here. So for me now, this one here, like, I don't know about the size of this, so I don't know whether this is sort of fox size, but the reason why I'm looking at it is because of where it is. So this is roughly where I found the two scats in January. And then if I go back over down to here, it's like quite a wide area here of scat, and then there's like quite a big piece here. So I try to get closer so you can see there's like hair there in that scat. So if I get really close, you can see some hair, but obviously I don't think they're eating anything with lots of bone in it, but it's a wide area, but it looks quite old now, so not quite sure like what that is. I'm not going to say because you can't tell from the shape. Hi, so from talking to Exmoor Zoo, they told me that even in captivity, so Puma cover their scat, so the same way a house cat covers its. So basically, if an animal's leaving scat out in the wild, in the open, then that basically is a territorial marking. And what I've read is that they'll do it on a point of high ground, so that the smell sort of like drifts around. So here you can probably see it's like rises slightly there behind me, but from my understanding then, like female mountain lion or pumas, their territory can cross over males, so this gives them a better chance of reproducing, obviously if their territory goes across two males. But then males will leave a marker, will leave a scat marker basically as a visual sign, so that an animal who's got good eyesight can pick that up and then like come across the smell, because like when they're just walking around, they might not necessarily walk in the area where an animal is scent marked, so they'll also scent mark where they put their scat down. So from what I'm thinking, so when I saw the mountain lion, so I understand like it looks like a fox, but personally, so I saw it looked very muscular and quite big, so I've always referred to it as a he. And so if I'm thinking that's a male, then I'm thinking there's another male here, and this is a boundary of their territory. So like I did put a camera trap up, and like I'm slowly building a hypothesis of like how many are around, and male and female and that sort of thing. But yeah, let me know what you think. So this is the end of the second video. Hopefully it wasn't too boring and at least useful if you're trying to assess whether any scat that you come across is from a mountain lion or perhaps from another big cat. So please feel free to comment on the video, like the video, and subscribe if you'd like to see the next one. Included some footage from my camera trap showing wild deer in the UK, because I think this is most likely what big cats will be eating here in England. So if you'd like to watch on to the end of the video, hopefully some nice camera trap footage for you. Thank you very much.